कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय शिवाय Today's session, I think on Shiva we are repeating for multiple times, because to get lost in Shiva is a complete different experience. We are lost into so many things which doesn't even do any good to our life, but we hardly get time to get lost into someone who is the source of everything. Whatever we do good, we do bad, we do something, we don't do anything. But everything is Shiva. Without Shiva, nothing is possible. So today's session is more to get in depth about who is Shiva, what is Shiva, and who are we, what are our connect to Shiva. So, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham means I am Shiva. How does it happen? How can we feel that? How can we realize that? In our life, there are two ways of thinking about the Supreme. One is by believing. So when you are believing in God, that means you are thinking God is somewhere and you are believing God is there. But when you feel God, you see God in everything. So when you believe in God, you go to temple to do prayer. But when you feel God, your karma becomes your prayer. Whatever you do, in everything, whether birds, a poor man or elderly man, good, bad, everything, you will see Shiva. Everything becomes Shiva. And with that feel, you will also find you are Shiva. The aspect of Shivoham, it only becomes justified when you feel Shiva. So in Shiv Puran, it's been mentioned when Mahadev says, there are so many people who are in search of me. But actually you don't have to search me. You have to find me within. I'm nowhere, but I'm everywhere. I'm nothing, but I'm everything. I'm Shunya, and I am the Brahman. I am the Srishti. I am everything. So when nothing was there, Shiv was there. And how to get Shiv? By being nothing. The mantra of meditation is how you can become Shunya. How you can shred off all the ahankar, all the ego in your life and just become Shunya and simple. 3 clans of meditation, 3 clans of prayer. One who prays Lord Vishnu, whom we call Vaishnav, the sustainer. Now who is Vishnu we need to understand. And one is Shiv. And one is Brahmadev. Brahmadev has no temple. All across the world, there is only 1 or 2 temples of Brahmadev is there. It's because of a curse, because Brahmadev himself came into an ego that he is the first and he is the Adi Purush. Because he is the one who created the world, universe, earth, planets, everything, the system, the society. Through him, Daksh came, all the Rishi came, Bhrigu came, everyone, all his santan, and they took care of the sansar and everything, and he fell into the ego that I am the one who created everything and there is no one who came before me. So here, he emerged from the Navi of Vishnu. Vishnu was lying down. So Vishnu was the main managing director appointed by the chairman to create. But to create something, what do you need? You need resources. Unless you have the resources, you won't be able to create anything. If you want to construct a building, then what do you need first? You need fund. And since Vishnu has been given the responsibility that there has to be a creation, so the first responsibility that Vishnu had, how to sustain it. Unless you have a plan that I want to create a building, but how the building will stand for longer period, you cannot create it. It will fall again and again. So Lord Vishnu had the plan. इधर आ जाओ. So भगवान विष्णु को सबसे पहले प्लान करना था कि ये जो सृष्टि बनेगा, इसे सस्टेन कैसे करना है, इसे पालना कैसे है. It's very good to pet an elephant, but unless you have resources to feed it, the elephant will die. हर्ष वो बेंच दे दे, वो छोटा सा स्टेपर दे दे, इजी होगा. And here we are talking about the creation of universe. So however, the contract was to be given to someone else who will actually build the building. The managing director doesn't come and construct the building. Managing director क्या करता है? He plans everything. How it will be managed, कैसा प्लान होगा, 5 years plan, 10 years plan, मैं जो कर रहा हूँ उसको कैसे सस्टेन करना है. और सस्टेन करने के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंटली व्हाट यू नीड फंड्स, यू नीड मनी, यू नीड वेल्थ. सो हु इज द बेटर हाफ ऑफ भगवान विष्णु? लक्ष्मी. सो इफ यू वांट टू सस्टेन, यू नीड लक्ष्मी. हेंस भगवान विष्णु के साथ लक्ष्मी इज ऑलवेज देयर. Now the wealth and everything is ready. The plan is ready. Now we need a contractor who would construct everything. But there has to be a general manager who will see how the things are operating, how the system is operating. The reporting, however, has to come to the managing director, and the further reporting has to go to the chairman. मैं बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में आप लोगों को समझा रहा हूँ रिगार्डिंग शिव कौन है. Now, if you have seen many of the chairmen of the bigger organizations, they actually do a lot of charity. The charity is not being done much by the managing director or the general managers. Hence, normally the chairmen, they live a simple life. They don't live a very well-maintained life, but maintenance is more being enjoyed by the managing director and forthcoming all the departments. किसको कैसे executive director है, board है, chairman है, handle करते हैं. Now, Vishnu thought, now Lakshmi is there with me. Now is the best opportunity to create the universe. The order has been received, the performer invoice has been raised. आप अभी काम पे लग जाओ. So he gives the contract to his own power, which has been created from his navi. उनके नाभि से उत्पन्न हुए ब्रह्मदेव. Now Brahmadev is already from birth. When he took birth, he had 5 heads to see the 5 directions: east, west, north, south, and up, central. So Brahmadev is born from the navel of Lord Vishnu, but Lord Vishnu is still in the Nidra. Shir Sagar mein wo soye hue, and his rest is assured that what he has created, it will do all the wonders. So Brahmadev उत्पन्न होते ही अपने काम में लग जाते हैं. And he starts creating the planetary system, sun, moon, the universe, Milky Way, this, that, entire Brahman, millions of Milky Ways, millions of galaxies, limitlessness. He started creating everything in the limitlessness. So where he is creating in the space which has no limits. अंतहीन ब्रह्मांड में ब्रह्मदेव has started the creation. उन्होंने अलग अलग तारे बनाए, सूर्य बनाए, नवग्रह बनाए, and he created the most beautiful creation of his earth. पृथ्वी लोग उन्होंने बनाया. Now after creating everything, he has created many life. मनु का जन्म हुआ, उससे मनुष्य आए, ठीक है. With his own power, he created Daksh, who is the Prajapati, who will create the society system, caste system and everything. तो दक्ष का विवाह होना था. सब तो ब्रह्म से ही उत्पन्न हुए तो भाई बहन हो जाएंगे, तो दक्ष का विवाह किससे होगा? तो उन्होंने मनु को जन्म दिया. मनु की पुत्री प्रसूति के साथ दक्ष का शादी करवा दिया, ठीक है. इसी प्रकार से उनके जितने भी संतान थे, नारद मुनि से लेकर, दक्ष से लेकर, भृगु से लेकर, सब सारे संतानों का अलग अलग तरीके से उनसे शादी कर हो गया. नाउ ब्रह्मदेव इज वेरी हैप्पी. आई एम समवन हु क्रिएटेड एवरीथिंग, बट I feel so bored that I am the only one in this universe, and there is no one who can match my expertise. मेरे साथ मैच कर सके, उस स्टेटस का कोई है नहीं. I being the first one, मैं इस ब्रह्मांड में पहली बार अवतारित हुआ हूं, और who has created the everything, and he is cherishing, he is smiling, sitting here, observing the whole Brahman with his 5 heads. Then at that time, Lord Vishnu's sleep gets over. He opens his eyes and he looks, wow, so many things have been created now. इतना कुछ बन चुका है. And he is so happy that उनसे जो उत्पन्न हुआ, ब्रह्मदेव ने अच्छा काम किया है. So when Brahmadev is celebrating his happiness कि मैंने इतना कुछ बना लिया है, एक जोर से एक आवाज आती है. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई that I am not alone here. Even though मैं सबसे पहले इस ब्रह्मांड में आया हूं, मेरे बाद भी मेरे साथ बात करने के लिए कोई तो है. There is someone who can talk to me, someone whom I can talk to. ब्रह्मदेव बोलता है कहाँ से, from where did this voice come? And who is this who is claiming that he is the first one to come and I am the second one? Who has created the universe? Who has created earth and everything, galaxies? I am the second one to come. And he becomes angry. अहंकार में आ जाता है. Then he looks down a lotus and sees that Lord Vishnu is looking at him. And both of them lands down to the Shir Sagar in an argument. That I am the first or I am the first. दोनों में लड़ाई शुरू हो जाती है. And it becomes very ugly fight. So Brahmadev, with all his powers, all his creation, he gathers to fight with Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu, with all his powers, all his creations, he gets ready to fight with Brahmadev. And all of a sudden, there is a spark in the whole sky, in the whole space. And that little spark slowly gets bigger, 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 bigger. And it becomes so bigger, like a spear in front of them. Both of them are stunned. So, and then from that spark comes a voice. In this creation, neither you nor you are the first one to come. It's me who was there when nothing was there. And hence I am the first one. So now these two have a third competitor. Now who is this creating a competition with me? And they started arguing again. Now who is this third one? आगे claim कर रहा है कि मैं पहले हूँ, मैं आदि पुरुष हूँ. Now one more voice comes from that spear. ठीक है. Both of you are confused. Who came first? I give a challenge to you. One among you will find my end, and one among you will find my beginning. If any one of you does that, the one who does that first will be regarded as the first Adi Purush in this Brahman. So Brahmadev and Vishnu gets ready. Okay, done. So there is a solution to this problem. So Brahmadev decides, I will go towards the sky to find the higher end, and Vishnu discusses that I will go to the lower end, to the Patal Lok, to find the lower end of this spear. ये जो रोशनी का पिंड है, इसका अंतिम छोर मैं ढूंढूंगा, आप ऊपर की तरफ जाओ. So Brahma in the Hansa, Rajhans, he starts flying towards the sky, and Vishnu in the form of Varaha starts digging the Patal, following the spear, going deep, 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 and Brahmadev flying high, 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 but it's not ending. It's just continuing. जितना आगे बढ़े वो spear उतना बड़ा होता जा रहा है. जितना आगे बढ़े that light is growing bigger, 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 bigger. And at a certain point, Lord Vishnu stops. He gets tired. After many years of digging deep, 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 he did not find any solution to that, and it keeps on growing. He stops for a moment, and Lord Vishnu stands and touches the spear for a while. And all of a sudden, his eyes are filled with a bright knowledge, a bright understanding that this is infinity. It has no end or no beginning. And he accepts the truth and comes back to Shir Sagar. And now Brahmadev is keep flying, but he is in his ego. मैं इसका end point ढूंढ के ही रहूँगा, starting ढूंढ के ही रहूँगा. And he keeps flying, 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 and he also gets tired. But he don't want to lose it. So from the sky, the flower of Ketki was falling. However, everything is been created by Brahmadev. And the Ketki, when she looks at Brahmadev, ask, what happened, Brahmadev? Where are you rushing to? आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं? Brahmadev says that मुझे इस स्पीयर का अंत ढूंढना है, higher end I have to find, and I'm tired of doing. So what do you say, Ketki? So Ketki says, Brahmadev, why do you have to do so much? You have done so much for we living things in this universe. You just go to that point. I'll tell them that I'm the proof. You have found the end of this. So Brahmadev said, you don't done with your words, huh? You say this, that I found the end. मैं इसका आदि ढूंढ चुका हूँ. So look, they come back to the point where Lord Vishnu is standing and the spear is glowing, and Vishnu, he asked to Vishnu, Vishnu, did you find the lower end of this spear? Vishnu says, no end of this spear can be ever found. This spear is limitless and is infinity. Brahmadev said, but I have found the higher end of this. If you don't believe me, ask Ketki. केतकी को पूछ कर देखो, मैंने इसका दूसरा छोर मैंने ढूंढ निकाला. तो केतकी बोला, हाँ, इन्होंने किया है ऐसा. Then all of a sudden, from that spear, resounds the voice. एक आवाज आती है कि आप झूठ बोलते हैं. And from there appears the humanly figure of Rudra. He's bright like thousands of sun. और उस रोशनी से दोनों के आंखें ऐसे बंद हो जाते हैं. Who is this approaching from this spear? कौन बाहर आ रहा है? जैसे हम लोग रुद्र अवतार में महादेव को देखते हैं, ठीक उसी आकार में, and huge. And here Vishnu, Brahma, they are looking like the dust of sand before that. And says, ना आप पहले आए हो, ना आप पहले आए हो. इस सृष्टि का सृजन मेरे द्वारा हुआ है. मुझसे ही विष्णु का जन्म हुआ है, और मुझसे ही और विष्णु से ब्रह्म का जन्म हुआ है. इसीलिए इस ब्रह्मांड का आदि और अंत दोनों ही मैं हूं. मैं कालों का काल, महाकाल. ना भूत, ना वर्तमान, ना भविष्य, ये सब मुझ में ही समाये हुए हैं. मैं ही वो आदि पुरुष हूं. और ब्रह्मदेव, आपने झूठ बोला. आपके ऊपर इतना बड़ा दायित्व था, इतना बड़ा जिम्मेदारी थी कि पूरे ब्रह्मांड को आपको बनाने का मौका मिला, और सब आपसे बहुत कुछ सीखना चाहते थे. पर आज आपने जो झूठ बोला, इसके लिए आपको सजा अवश्य मिलेगा. So from that Akar appears Veerbhadra, who with his Trishul, with his tridents, cuts off the fifth head of Brahmadev. और ये आपको याद दिलाता रहेगा कि आपने कितनी बड़ी गलती की. The biggest responsibility you had being the creator, and you only lied. What message will go to the society? And from today, you will not have any temples or any place where you will be prayed in this world. And on the other hand, that infinite voice speaks to Vishnu, that Vishnu, you have realized the truth. You have followed the truth. Even though the fear of losing the competition, you did not lose, you did not leave the hands of the truth. आपने झूठ का, सत्य का साथ नहीं छोड़ा. इसलिए आज के बाद हर रूप में आपकी पूजा की जाएगी. So you'll see Lord Vishnu is being prayed in every form, whether a stone, whether a mountain, whether a river, whether a tree. Every form Lord Vishnu is being prayed, whether an animal, any form. But Brahmadev is not prayed in any form. Even though he has created, he has done so much. So Brahmadev at that time bends on his knees and joins his hand and says कि आपने मुझे जो सजा दिया वो आपने दे दिया. And I have learnt a lot from this. मुझे सत्य का पता चल गया है. अब मुझे कुछ आदेश दे कि अब मैं क्या करूं. So now that light, enlightened figure of Mahadev, he speaks that creator is there, sustainer is there. Now there is a need of someone who is a destroyer. Because unless there is a destroyer, ये अहंकार हमेशा चलता रहेगा. So unless you have the fear of losing something, you will not value anything. So the fear of losing only gives you the value for that thing. क्योंकि कोई चीज को आपके पास है, something what is precious to you, something that you fear to lose, right? That is precious to you because you are keeping it very carefully. That's precious to me. Or if you don't have any fear to lose, you will not care about that thing. So precious क्या है? So hence Shiva was born in the form of Rudra through the breath of Brahma. Because that was how he wanted to incarnate himself. So, the God, now there is a difference between God and Paramatma. इसके बारे में भी हम जानेंगे. What is the true Paramatma? Now the God of creation, now the God जो सब कुछ संभाल के रखते, the sustainer. Now the God जो मुक्ति दान प्रदान करते, they all three are formed in this world, in this earth. So Kailasha is the place of Mahadev where he resides in the Rudra form. Now he is in the form of a physical body. Now is the rule that whenever you have a physical body, you will face pain. Even if you are the incarnation of any power, doesn't matter who, if you have a physical body, you will have to face the rules of the universe. What are the rules of the universe? That anything that takes birth will have to get destroyed. उसका अंत होगा ही होगा. Anything that has a shape and size, that will get destroyed. And hence, Shiva also has we all know, he faced so much of pain in the form of Sati. When Shakti wanted to merge in the form of Sati. So, कितना तकलीफ हुआ? Because he had a form. मनुष्य शरीर. Now Mahadev started residing in Kailasha. And what is the purpose actually of Mahadev getting into the human form? The main purpose is not because he is the destroyer. He is destroyer, however, whether in a form or not in a form. But the purpose was the reunion with the Shakti. Where is Shakti? Before creation happened, when there was nothing, the eager to create something, what is the first thing required? Is you should have that power. आप कुछ भी करने के लिए आपके पास शक्ति होना चाहिए. बिना शक्ति का आप कुछ क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते. And hence, from that nothingness state, evolved that superpower in the form of a bright light, which formed the Shir Sagar, on which Bhagavan Vishnu is born. And in the Shir Sagar, which has been created by the Shakti, Bhagavan Vishnu. That's why Bhagavan Vishnu also calls Shakti as Mahadev. But when that Shakti took the form of Parvati, they tied a knot of brother and sister. And Vishnu always promised that in your this form, you will always be my sister and I will stand by you whenever it's required. So this was how the relationship went on. Now see how beautiful it is. When you want to create something, the most important thing you need is knowledge. So who is considered as the better half of Brahma? Saraswati. So you want to create, you need knowledge. Also, how will you create? If you don't know, how will you? And Saraswati is always with Brahma. Lakshmi is always with, and Parvati, Durga, or Kali is always with Mahadev. Destroyer, the one who gives you freedom from pain. Understanding Mahadev is very easy, it's not tough. Because Mahadev says, you just have to feel me to know me. You don't have to search me to know. As I said, there's a difference between prayer and understanding. There's a difference between belief and realization. So belief will never make you realize, because you will always believe something outside. But the moment you realize that what I'm looking outside is here, then you'll realize. And when you realize that that Supreme is here, then you will start seeing that Supreme in every being. Aham Brahmasmi and Sarvam Khalidam Brahma. I am that Brahma. And when I know that I am that Brahma, what I see is everything is Brahma. Oh God, I don't need to find you anywhere, because I see you in everything which I get associated with. Whether the birds, whether the trees, I am seeing you everywhere. And then I am seeing you within me. Whatever is happening through you. Hence, you are me, I am you. Shivoham, Shivoham. In Sikh, Guru Nanak Dev has said the concept of Ek Onkar. So he says that what you see everywhere is one. So there is no difference in anything, because it came from that one source and it again goes back to that source. If you see physically, universe or space, it has multiple black holes. Those black holes are the point of nothing, because something that emerges the black hole gets vanished. It gets sucked with such a power, kuch bhi nahi rehta, it becomes nothing. So black holes are the point which proves that everything that is created is slowly but surely is going back to the same destruction. Now when something has been sucked with immense power, जहां पर प्रेशर बहुत ज्यादा है, वहां पर क्या क्रिएट होता है? ब्लास्ट. So when the entire universe is being sucked by a black hole, everything is destroyed and pressed into a high pressure, it will again be blasted away from the other end of the black hole. Then again forming one more universe. Then this cycle will keep happening again and again. This is what happens with our life. We came from Panchabhut, we get merged into that Panchabhut. Again we get formed by Panchabhut, again we get merged into that. So this journey of your human life is not something that you should be taking very granted about. And you can't think that I am doing something. You are not authorized to do anything unless you have realized who you are and understand you are nothing. Why nothing? Unless understand nothing. When you say nothing, you cannot see it, right? When you say nothing, it doesn't have any shape, size, anything. When you say nothing in your life, when sometimes you feel very lonely, कभी कभी होता है ना, बहुत सेंटिमेंटल होके हम बोलते हैं कि मेरे लाइफ में कुछ नहीं रहा, there's nothing in my life. We say, we become very sentimental, sad and all, there's nothing in my life. Few people strive to get that position. I don't want anything, I want to leave everything, I want that nothingness, let me have that. Because so long as there is something which you think that yours, you will be in pain again. There is nobody who is yours unless you are yours. And you are yours only when you realize yourself as nothing with the ego form. Shiva is nothing. And when you actually absorb nothingness in your life, you will find Shiva. And when you attain that state of nothing, you will become everything. Understand? To be everything, you first have to be nothing. Shunya. There is a song, beautiful song, Shiv sama rahe mujh mein aur main shunya ho raha. So when Shiva takes over you, you slowly become shunya, 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 shunya. And normally, where do Shiv Bhakts more head towards? They head towards the Smashan. There's a place where truth is there. What is false खत्म हो जाता है वहां पर. जो रहता है सच्चिदानंद आत्मा, सत चित आनंद. What is sat? Nothing is the truth of your life. Chit, when you realize this truth, you get your mind. Your mind is under your control. Anand, when your mind is under your control, you are happy. So long as your mind is not in your control, you will never be happy. Because your mind will rule you, you will not rule the mind. Mahadev is meditating. At this time, Sati, she finds that all the devtas of the celestial world, they are approaching towards Daksha's palace. And Daksh has organized a huge Mahayagya. Now, no yagya can be successful without the Tridev. But Daksh is a very stern believer of Lord Vishnu. And he doesn't care about Mahadev at all. Sati married to Mahadev. And he didn't even care about Sati after that. And Sati married to Mahadev, that decision was made by Daksha only when Vishnu pressurized him. That इनको तो मिलना ही है. शिव और शक्ति का मिलन तो होना ही है. Whether you want or you don't want. Hence, you have to give your approval. They are married. Now in this Mahayagya, actually Daksh organized to snatch the god status from Shiva. So he wanted to prove to his society that there is nothing called Tridev. Brahmadev and Vishnu are everything. And Shiv, that Aghori, who doesn't know what clothes to be worn, who doesn't bath, who has those matted hair, who lives like a jungli in the forest, who doesn't have a roof even, doesn't have shelter to stay, who lives with the ghost, gun and everyone, Bhoot Pishach, and that one is a superpower. वो भगवान है. So he is very egoistic about the riches that he has got, and he knows that he is the stern follower of Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu will always be with him, doesn't matter what. So what happens here? Sati wants to convince Shiv that Mahadev, all the devtas and everyone from the universe, Indradev, everyone, even Swam Vishnu, Brahma, all are going to that Mahayagya. I know that my father has not sent any formal invitation, but I, being your wife, I join my hands to request you, please take me to that place. So Shiv opens his eyes. He says that, Sati, I have not been invited by your father to that yagya, and hence, technically, I should not be there, because that will only create a lot of disaster at that place. But Sati is adamant, no, I have to go there, I have to go there. So she makes us face like wives usually do. And Shiva had no other way. He cannot see Sati sad or crying. She says, okay, if you want to go, I'll send Nandi with you and the Ganas with you. They will accompany you. You go and attend the yajna and come back. So Sati agrees and leaves the place. And accompanied with Sati are thousands of Bhoot, Pret, Ganas and Nandi. Everyone is going along with Sati to the yajna place, Daksha's palace. But Sati, to honor his father, he don't call everyone inside. He says, Nandi and other Gan, that you all stay here, let me get inside. So Nandi was forcing, no Mata, Mahadev has advised us to be with you so that nothing wrong happens with you. So please allow, let us enter. She doesn't agree. So Sati actually loved Daksha a lot as a father, which Daksh never realized. So she thought that mere pita ka samman nijao. So let me enter. And I'll request my father, I'm absolutely sure that he will invite Shiva. So she enters to the place, and Daksh, looking at Sati, becomes angry and infuriated. See, why the hell are you here? I didn't even invite you. Why did you come here? So she tries to convince her father that, Pitaji, why are you angry with me? I'm your daughter, I'm Sati, so and so. But Daksh starts speaking many nonsense words about Shiva. वो भिखारी, उसके साथ तुमने शादी किया है, वो पाखंडी, अघोरी, वो ढोंगी, every nonsense word what he can speak, he starts speaking before Sati. And Sati gets hurt inside slowly. Sati is Shakti, Adi Shakti. And slowly Sati gets angry and says, I'm ashamed today that you are my father and I'm a part of you. And I'm ashamed of all the Devtas here that you have agreed to attend to this yajna where Mahadev is not there. Hey Vishnu, you know how many times Mahadev has protected you. You still are here when Mahadev is not here. That means you have also insulted Mahadev. Hey Brahmadev, your fifth head was been taken off by Mahadev and you were only granted to live again because Mahadev wanted. Because of his Maya only you are still here. But again you also insulted him by being present here. Vishnu, Varun, Agni, everyone Sati cursed. And today before all of you, I am shedding this humanly body which has evolved from this evil-minded Daksh. I don't want this body which has evolved from this evil Daksh, because this also have a part of Daksh. And I don't want to be called as Daksh's daughter. And hence she sits into the meditation postures. She works on the prana, apana, vayu, activates her Manipura chakra and burns herself in the yoga agni. And this news rushes to Shiva. He opens his eyes from meditation and his eyes are absolutely red. Agni se bhara hua, growth, and with that anger, what he does, he stands and tears one of his matted hair from the right side, and throws to the ground, and there takes birth Veerbhadra again. Veerbhadra has a huge Vikat roop, and he asks, Hey Mahadev, there is nothing in this universe that you want and cannot be destroyed by you, but still you have created me. Tell me, what should I do? And I shall follow everything that you'll say as per your word, and it will be done as per the time allotted to me. Mahadev says, one who has destroyed Sati must be killed. And this is my order. Go and finish Daksh and destroy the yajna that he is doing. Those days, yajna happened to be very auspicious. Aajkal we don't care. Brahman ko paisa de diye and he does whatever he does. We don't know even what they are doing. Kya mantra padhta hame bhi nahi pata. Okay, but those days, yajna used to be very auspicious because it had a purpose. And if a yajna is been destroyed, that means it's a curse to the entire society and all suffers. To save the curse, to save the yajna, now Daksh rushes to all the devtas, requesting them, he save this yajna. You all are responsible to save this yajna because you all accepted my invitation to attend this yajna. तो इसलिए आप सबकी जिम्मेदारी है इस यज्ञ को बचाना. तो now Veerbhadra approaches, huge Veerbhadra with millions of Gan, all the superpowers of Mahadev, all are approaching towards the Daksha's palace. Now here Lord Vishnu comes forward. I'll do my best to protect this yajna because he accepted to attend the yajna. And he also moves forward and looking at Lord Vishnu, other devtas also gives the courage. Let us fight. The Ganas, उनको तो हम ऐसे ही मार देंगे. ठीक है? वीरभद्र को संभालने के लिए विष्णु काफी है. आगे बढ़ने लगे and there is a tremendous fight a little distance from Daksha's palace. गण और देवताओं के बीच में बहुत बड़ा युद्ध आरंभ हुआ. So देवता they started killing many of the Ganas started to kill many of the devtas and other people, the Brahman, Jan and everyone who were trying to protect Daksha. And Veerbhadra, standing before Lord Vishnu, says, Hey Vishnu, आपको अच्छी तरह पता है कि आप इस युद्ध को जीत नहीं सकते, तो फिर आप ये युद्ध करने के लिए तैयार कैसे हो? Vishnu said, being Daksha is my very big follower. मेरा बहुत परम भक्त है, तो मैंने दक्षा को ये आशीर्वाद दिया था कि मैं तुम्हारी रक्षा करूं. That's why I had to fight this fight. At least to keep that word, I have to fight. Doesn't matter even if I get defeated, it's okay. But I have to fight because I promised Daksh. If my promise goes into vain, then the whole generations will be spoiled. No one will believe in God. So I have to fight. So Veerbhadra, don't worry. Don't think that I am Vishnu or whoever. You fight with all your courage. And here is a huge fight between Veerbhadra and Vishnu. Now, all the Ganas of Shiva, they were getting killed by the Devtas. Vishnu using his Vajra, Varun Dev using the wind, everyone, Agni Dev, Surya Dev, all are present, and there is a huge fight where the Ganas started getting killed. And seeing this, Mahadev stands again. He tears a matted hair from his left head, throws it, and there gets created Bhadrakali. And Bhadrakali is ordered, go fight in this war along with Veerbhadra. And Bhadrakali, with the humongous feminine power, she enters the battleground. She keeps cutting off the rishis, devtas and everyone's head and started drinking their blood. And along with Bhadrakali, Dakini and Yogini, two are of her power. That is the Ida and Pingala power of the human body. They are also helping her in doing the same. And slowly but surely, Lord Vishnu finds that he is getting defeated. Even when he throws his Sudarshan Chakra, it gets caught by Veerbhadra in his two fingers. And he gives it back to Sudarshan to Vishnu again. So He knew that I can never defeat Veerbhadra because he is the representation of Mahadev. And I come from Mahadev. How can I kill my own creation? It is impossible. And hence, Vishnu, he vanishes from that battleground. And when Vishnu vanishes from the battleground, all the Devtas, they also vanishes with Vishnu. And now Veerbhadra enters the Yajna area and cuts off Daksha's head and throws his head to the Yajna pool. And the Yajna gets destroyed. Now Mahadev, they goes and reports Veerbhadra that what work you have given me, I have done it. He says that Veerbhadra, did you see my Sati there? Veerbhadra says, yes, Sati Mata's body was lying there. So Mahadev stands, and after everything is over, for the first time he cries loud, shouts looking at the sky, and his eyes are filled with tears. And he rushes towards the Yajna area to pick Sati's body. Now see, Mahadev is beyond Maya. He is not stuck with anything. He doesn't have any connection with someone dead because he is the destroyer. But when he sees Sati, her body, doesn't Mahadev know that it's only the body, but the Shakti is still there. Adi Shakti cannot be destroyed. But still, because he is in the human body, he shows to the world how much he loved Sati. He picks Sati's body in his arms. And from behind, Prasuti, who is Sati's mother, she cries and requests, Daksh ne jo galti kiya hai, you have given the punishment to Daksh. Now, he is the Prajapati. If the Praja doesn't have a Prajapati, all will befall. And to sustain the Praja needs the Prajapati back. Mahadev, I request, kindly give Daksh one more opportunity. So Mahadev is grieved. He is very sad at this moment. Now Mahadev looks back, and there is one lamb. There is a goat जिसको बलि दिया गया था यज्ञ में. The goat's head is lying on the other side. Daksha's head is already burnt in the yajna, so it cannot be put. So Mahadev picks the goat's head and places it to Daksha's body. And with his Maya, Daksha stands back. And here he realizes who is Shiva. There is no power as powerful as Shiva. If you want to reach Shiva, even though you are follower of all the paths, but end is Shiva. You can live a beautiful life by praying anyone, but if you want to attain Mukti is Shiva. Without Shiva, Mukti is not possible. So he realized, and from then Daksha, along with Prasuti, moves to Kashi, and there he starts meditating on Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, because he has now known the truth. And from here, Shiva carries Sati's body. He leaves Kailash and starts roaming here and there like a mad in love person. He's crying like, what has happened to my entire world? Sati was everything to me. Now he is in the world of Maya. The one who is the creator of Maya himself is stuck by Maya. Now in that case, when the destroyer is not there, when the Mukti Daini is not there, the whole universe will, however, shatter into pieces. There will be pain, there will be distress everywhere. Now Shiva has to realize the truth and come back to Kailash and start doing his work, what he should be done. So all the Devtas, they gather to Vishnu and ask what should be done. So Brahma and Vishnu decides that Shiva has to come out from this Maya. This Maya से इसे बाहर आना ही होगा. So what he does, Brahmadev asks Vishnu to do something. Vishnu smiles and knows that what to be done. So Vishnu comes forward, raises his Sudarshan Chakra and uses it on the Sati's body, on Shiva's hand. और 56 pieces में सती का शरीर टुकड़ों टुकड़ों में पूरे पृथ्वी में फैल जाता है. And all of a sudden, those all 56 pieces are the Shakti Peeth of Mata Durga Shakti Peeth, like Manikarnika in Kashi, Kamakhya in Assam, there's a Hinglaj in Afghanistan, Pakistan. There are various places where the pieces of the body were witnessed, and everywhere it becomes a Shakti Peeth. It's a very, very powerful Tirtha. So now Mahadev doesn't have that body anymore. And slowly he sits on the desert of Hinglaj. Hinglaj is now in Pakistan, but there is a huge temple of Mata Sati where it's a very, very well-known place. Okay, and there in the desert, Mahadev sits down, still not in his mind. Now, to tell him who he is, Nandi comes. And Nandi comes and sits before Mahadev. Mahadev looks at Nandi. He remembers who is Nandi and orders him, Nandi, leave me alone. चले जाओ यहाँ से. मैं जैसे हूँ मुझे वैसे ही रहने दो. And Nandi becomes adamant. Without you, I am not going to leave. Wherever Mahadev is there, Nandi will be there. Without Nandi, Mahadev won't be there. You do whatever you want. I won't leave. So Mahadev gets angry and curses Sati. You will become a stone. तुम पत्थर के बन जाओगे आपसे. And Nandi becomes a stone sitting before Shiva. That we see in all the Shiva temple. Before the Shiva Linga at a distance, Nandi is always sitting like a stone. And after many thousands of years passes, Mahadev gets back to his originality by his own Maya. Slowly, because Vishnu, all the Devi Devtas comes before him and requests, please come back, because everything is getting destroyed. Slowly, Mahadev comes out of the Maya, comes back to Kailash to take the operations. But now, Nandi is there in the stone form. In Kailash now Shiva is there, but Nandi is not there. So what can be done? Because Mahadev has already cursed Nandi that unless someone picks you and adopts you, you will not get back to your own form. So there is a sage who had no children. उसके परिवार में कोई संतान नहीं था. तो उन्होंने नंदी की मूर्ति को देखा और उस मूर्ति को उठाकर अपने घर ले गए. और उस मूर्ति से नंदी को फिर से एक स्वरूप मिला. वो वापस एक मनुष्य के रूप में जा गए. Now he doesn't know that this Manushya who is here in his house, because he went out and came back seeing that the statue is not there. There is a human sitting there. Who is this? So Nandi says that you didn't have a child, so Shiva has sent me. And so he adopts him as a child. Because being that process only, he can get back to Kailash again. So he slowly, the years passed by and Nandi expressed, I need to go to Kailash. I'm a follower of Shiva. That man was also a follower of Shiva. He prayed a lot, that's why he got a child. Now his child want to go to Kailash. And going Kailash, this person has never seen real Shiva before the eyes. So he's okay, chalte hai. So the father takes Nandi to Kailash to visit. And now once Nandi has reached Kailasha, will he return back? He goes and puts his head straight away to Mahadev's feet. कि मुझे और सजा मत दो, मैं से रहा नहीं जा रहा है, आपके बिना मैं संपूर्ण हो ही नहीं सकता. And there that person looks at Mahadev sitting and Nandi putting his head in his feet. उसके चरणों में अपना सर रख के रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा है. And he is stunned looking at Mahadev. ये क्या सच है, क्या है? Then Mahadev opens his eyes and tells him everything कि नंदी आपसे यहां रहेगा. Then he is grief stricken. Even though he is standing before Shiva, बोला मेरा बेटा है, मैंने पाल को उसके बड़ा किया है, आप भगवान है तो क्या आप ले लोगे उसको? ठीक है. Then Mahadev gives him a face. He tells that, what did you say? He is your child. Think again before saying this. And who are you? So he says, he opens his eyes, says, Mahadev, मुझसे गलती में मैंने ऐसे ऐसे बोल दिया है. I didn't intended to say this. हम सब तो आप ही के संतान हैं. Mahadev says, when everything is mine, so what is mine has to come back to me. You have come here. That's also because you are mine. He is just an excuse that you have to come here. And Mahadev blesses him that you had been struggling. क्योंकि financially गरीब थे वो लोग. You have been struggling so far. But since you have taken care of my Nandi, from today onwards, you are free from all the financial obligations, food or anything. And you may go back to your place now. When he gets back to his place, he finds a palace in place of the jhopdi where he was staying, and everything has changed. So when you take care of everything by thinking that this belongs to Mahadev, your life changes. When you take care of the things thinking that this belongs to me, then also your life changes. But that change is either good or bad. When you think this is mine, it's always bad, because that will not stay with you. What belongs to Mahadev will go back to Mahadev. Nothing will stay with you. And this very important word, nothing will stay with you. Nothing. Realize, हमारे पास में कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा, लेकिन वो शून्य रहेगा. जब कुछ नहीं रहेगा तो वो शून्य रहेगा. And when you accept that शून्य, you have accepted Shiva. If you see those who are really Shiv bhakts, I'm not talking about many people who are selling Shiva. There are many people who does business with God, because Shiva is power. शिवा से बड़ा शक्ति कुछ है ही नहीं, क्योंकि शिव से ही शक्ति है. People who meditate a lot and they attain a state where they reach to their Agna Chakra, they can tell your past, present, future, because they are now residing over the entire universe of the 5 chakras, 5 elements. Agna is above all the 5 elements, right? Elementary chakra. Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, Akash. Usse upar hai Agna. So when you have reached this third eye chakra, it got activated. And with that activation, you can see the whole Brahman under you, not anywhere else. And one who have reached that point, there comes a choice for you. The choice is either you merge with the Supreme, or either you start taking control of the universe. You can definitely take control of the universe when you have reached the Agna. But taking control of the universe slowly makes you greedy. Because everything is in your control now. You have the power. What you are saying, that's happening. And you feel egoistic that this is the power to me. So what happens? Slowly, the Gyan that you used to preach without any intention, Nishkam Karma, it starts getting introduced with Kamna. You have the power. Whatever you're saying, that's happening. If someone comes to you, you'll tell that do this and that, your life will change. His life changed. He comes back happily with 10 more people. Now when you see so many of people, greed will touch your mind. Your power won't fall because you have reached the Agna. Agna is the most auspicious because Atma has reached here. Atma is not your navel anymore. Here you have attained the power. But you are using that power again for being a part of this world. Again for taking control over the universe. You are not working on getting liberated. Liberation happens when you reach here and leave everything. And give everything without expecting anything. Karmannevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbu ma te sankostava karmani. This is the sign of a true yogi or a true saint. Because a saint needs nothing. A saint just needs the sky, which is limitless, and the earth to survive. And under this layer, दो पार्टन के बीच में साबित बचाना कोई. These are the two parts of the universe. In between you are present. And when you are filled with that power, a true saint becomes like a touchstone. Whoever he or she touches, their life converts into a gold. But he has nothing to do with gold. A touchstone itself is not gold. But whoever it touches, it converts their life into gold. That is what Shiva is. Everything belongs to Shiva. But have you seen Shiva wearing the jewelries, everything and all? Living in a comfortable world? Living in a palace? No. Where does Shiva live? Where there is nothing. Bhasma rangaye. Bhujangahar. Snake. And Shiva is someone in whose family, where Shiva is having a snake on his neck, Kartik is having peacock, who is the stern enemy of snake. Now Shiva is having a snake, Ganesha is having a mouse. The snake and mouse are the stern enemies. So see how the balance of universe is with Shiva. And all they unite together without any clashes among each other. Now the poison itself is in Shiva's neck. It could bite Shiva any moment, but it's happy. Hence our life is like that. No life is poison free. But when you become Shiv, you can absorb that poison. Even that poison is with you, you are still the master of that. You are not allowing you to destroy your life. So when you feel the word Shivoham, doesn't matter what problem arises in your life, it can be controlled by you. But the moment you are diverted and you feel that there is a problem, that means you don't feel Shiva with you. Because once you feel Shivoham, can there be any problem in your life? No. Everything becomes so small. So realizing Shiv is important. Shiv is very important. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. जिसे शस्त्र काटे ना अग्नि जलाए. जिसे शस्त्र काटे ना अग्नि जलाए, गलाए ना पानी ना मृत्यु मिटाए. वही सच्चिदानंद शिव में. शिवोहम, शिवोहम, शिवोहम. You are not this carbon formed body. This is subject to destruction. You are Shiv in yourself. And since Shiv is, you are the Shiv, you have Shakti to perform various things. So realize Shiv within. It holds immense power. there is more in depth to understand the love for Shiva, where Parvati is mad about leaving the palace of Himalaya, everything she leaves, and she's mad about that I will marry him, doesn't matter what. Since her childhood, he used to get the vision of the past life of Sati. Sati is Parvati. I will marry Shiva, and does whatever she wanted to do. And Shiva takes all the tests of Parvati and tries to create all the adverse situation so that she says, no, I don't want anything. So here, the most important instance is when Parvati has created a Shivling. So which was ordered by Shiva, that once you have created a Shivling and do puja, if that puja is accepted by me, I can marry you. At this time, Shiva's age is, in the human form, age is 80 years. And Parvati's age is 8 years. But she is mad about Shiva. She can't sleep. She is waking up with Shiva. Sleeping is Shiva. Everywhere Shiva. Now Parvati is finding it difficult to create the Shivling, because by Shiva's Maya, every time she is trying to build the Shivling, it gets broken. Now, Lord Vishnu knows the trick that this Shiva is avoiding to get married. In that case, how the Shristi will develop? Because unless the Shivling and Yoni gets connected, there will be no creation. The creation to go further and to sustain, if I have to sustain something, there has to be some creation, which is possible when the Shakti and Shiva gets united. So Shiva is playing a trick, and this time I should support my sister. So Parvati, when she is younger, knowingly or unknowingly, she had tied a knot in Vishnu's hand. And Vishnu said that from today I am your brother and you are my sister. And during that period, when she is trying to build that Shivling, Vishnu appears. So she says, "भैया आप यहाँ पर? हाँ मेरी बहन क्या कर रही मुझे देखना है ना? मैं तब से शिवलिंग बना रही हूँ, नहीं बन रहा। चलो मैं कोशिश करता हूँ तुम्हारे साथ." So Vishnu helps Parvati to build that Shivling. Now Lord Shiva is in a great dilemma. What to do now? Vishnu, who is my Swarup, he is helping Parvati. And if I do any further trick, Vishnu's existence will be questioned. I cannot do anything now. So Vishnu helps Parvati to create that Shivling. The Shivling has been created. Now Parvati is so happy, she prepares everything to do puja. Now the last trick in Shiva's mind, what to be done, because that puja has to be accepted by Shiva somewhere. So Parvati ready with bel patra, everything, flowers, good sweets. She bathed, wearing good clothes and all, pavitra, and did gobar, lepam in all the area, so that becomes a Shuddh area. And she starts to do the puja. At the same time, 8 Aghoris appear. These 8 Aghoris were, one was Shiva himself and the Saptarishis. So they all come with Shiva. Shiva in the case of Aghori. Aghori don't bath. Smell comes from their body. And Parvati looks at it. Why are you here? I'm doing a Pavitra Puja. Go away, go away. So, but they don't mind. They said, I can see that you have a Shivling. And we also wish to do pujan of Shivling. Parvati says, I will only allow you if you come in a Pavitra way. So Shiva in the form of Aghori says, Pavitra? What is the definition of being Pavitra for you? Whom do you call Pavitra? Parvati says, I don't know anything, but I am keeping this place very clean. And with your condition, I won't allow you to touch the Shivling. So here, Shiva says, one of the Saptarishis says that do one thing. Allow him to offer his puja to the Shivling. If the puja is been accepted by Mahadev, then he is pavitra, even though he has not bathed. And then you may also offer your puja. Let's take this challenge. So Mata Parvati says, impossible. Your puja can never be accepted because your looks, you are untidy, you don't have proper clothes, you are smelling like anything. Let's try. Parvati stands side, away from the Shivling, and looks at that Aghori sitting and doing the puja. So Aghori shows his hand, and one of the Saptarishis, Bhrigu, in a vriksha leaf, gives him few pieces of deer meat. And Shiva takes it. He took and was about to put into the Shivling. And Parvati shouted like hell, "What are you doing? I allowed you to do puja and you are further destroying my preparation also. You are making the Shivling apavitra." Shiv says, let's see, as I told you, if my puja is accepted by Shiv, by the Shiv, then what I say, you will have to believe that. So with a broken heart, Parvati allows him to do that. And the deer meat is being put onto the Shivling. And Shiv, folding his hands over his own Shivling, says, "Le Shiv, jo tera tha, तुझ पे मैंने चढ़ाया. What was yours, I'm giving it to you. And this is my puja if you accept it." And that entire meat gets absorbed to the Shivling. And Parvati is stunned, standing and looking at them. How is it possible? Because there is no vidhi that she has learned in her lifetime that meat can be offered to Shiva. Now Shiva says, "Devi, अब तुम्हारी बारी है. तुम भी अपना पूजा अर्पण करो." So here Parvati offers the flowers and beautiful, all the malas, garlands and everything to the Shivling and prays. But that flower doesn't get absorbed by the Shivling. And Parvati realized that this Aghori is no one very simple. This Aghori has some huge power. She requests, "Tell, how did it happen?" So Bhrigu, one of the Saptarishis, says, "Whom did that deer belong to?" Parvati says, "Shiv." तो मैंने शिव जो शिव का है वो मैंने शिव को चढ़ाया. Was it a mistake? तो बोला, पर मेरा पूजा क्यों एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया? So here Shiva says, because you had that ego in your mind that I am doing, I am offering. This is an offering from my end. That's why your puja was not accepted by Shiva. Because nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to Shiva. So whatever you are offering while prayer, doesn't belong to you. You just have to have a sense that what is yours, I'm giving back to you. इसमें मेरा कुछ भी नहीं है. आप हो सके तो bless me. So तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागत है? मेरा कुछ भी नहीं, जो कुछ है सब. So what is yours, I'm offering to you. I don't have anything to give. Just I become the source that this has to come back to you. I am giving it back to you. So when you forget the sense of I, you become Shiva. ahankar that I am something will never allow you to get close to Shiva. So if you want to merge with Shiva, even though reaching here, you have to be happy, not happy because you have so much of power. You have to be happy, I'm just few moments away to merge into that Supreme. There won't be any more body, there won't be any more birth, there won't be any more death. And then you get freedom from Mrityu. Because your birth is the reason for your death. Whatever born will die. So get back to Shiva. You have to learn the art of being happy. Be happy, doesn't matter what. We do a lot for meditation. We find a place for meditation first of all, where I can sit peacefully, I can sit silently. It has to be silent. No. The moment you are following a process for attaining the Supreme, you are doing a big mistake. Your meditation is every moment you are breathing, every moment you are talking, where you just have to check yourself. So every second is a meditation for you. And when you meditate in that process, your life will be wonderful and it will be filled with Shiva every minute, every second, every microsecond. So don't look for a place to meditate. Meditate every moment. The best way to meditate is smile. Whatever happening, keep smiling. Have you seen Lord Vishnu? He's always smiling. Always smiling. There is no reason. Because that smile is meditation. My meditation is I'll smile. Doesn't matter what. Why should I smile? And why shouldn't I smile? Because I am that Shiva. I am Shiva. Why shouldn't I be happy? हर moment में प्रसन्न रहूंगा क्योंकि मैं ही शिव हूँ. Such a beautiful reason to be happy every moment. We just get stuck to what nasty things happening outside and we forget what's happening inside and we become sad.